big demand for sustainable food. The biggest thing is everybody wants to know where their food's coming from, so it makes a little bit of a comfort factor for them to know where it's all coming from, and they can come out here really almost anytime they want, and they can see the animals. Some people aren't comfortable with that, some people are, but there's definitely a huge demand in locally raised, even just humanely raised meat. Yeah, it's definitely a concern, especially with the fuel. Water's not so much, just because all the animals need water, so whatever they drink for water is what they're going to drink. The fuel is definitely a huge factor because we travel around to 10 Boston area farmers markets, and we have a stationary retail store in Boston as well. Our slaughterhouse is an hour away. There's four other processors that we use in 4 other states that are all over an hour away, some of them 2.5 hours away. So there's a lot of logistical factors that go into the fuel consumption just to get the products that we need, never mind bring them to market. It's more so bringing our meats to these places and then getting them processed at all these different facilities that are in different states because we don't have access to them in this state, just simply because there isn't any. So fuel consumption is definitely a huge factor in trying to be sustainable. The fact of just having this one spot here is going to really let us be a little bit more sustainable than we've ever have been. We have a decent amount of hay fields here, so we can sustain ourselves a little bit more with hay through the winter once we get all the land back into production. That and just essentially, it all comes down to the feed. We have about 80 acres in corn here as well, which we might supplement over the years once we kind of decide what we're going to be feeding up here. Buy local, it's a lot more expensive. There's definitely a need for quote-unquote factory farms. I don't like the term, but pretty much all these quote-unquote factory farms, they're all family-run farms just like everybody else, all small scale for the most part. It's just the fact of they're out Midwest and they're trucking it all over here, and if you can afford to do so, it's definitely beneficial for the local economy to buy local from your farmer that's miles down the road instead of hundreds of miles away and getting toted around into trucks to go into the grocery store. But it's definitely a price point thing. I mean, our chicken breasts are $12 a pound. That's just the price we need to be. It's $7 a bird just to break down the bird. On a larger scale, they're probably at $1 a bird just because of the efficiency of the factory. So it's definitely beneficial for the local economy, but it's really not for everybody. We do practice rotational grazing. We haven't had anything set up here on this farm yet, but we have a property in West Boylston that we use, and they get rotated through the pastures throughout the summer. Try to only keep them out there for like a week or so at a time, depending on the size of the field and how many head we have there at the time. But essentially here, we would set it up into about 7 or 8 different fields, and we essentially move them every day. I mean, the faster you move them through the fields, the less they're beating up the ground. They're still eating fresh grass every day, and it allows the grass to grow back better, and it doesn't harm it as much with them trampling all over it.